So Amazon Web Services is one of the best IoT platform for smart homes and also a leading player in the market. And in this video, I'll be guiding you with how easily you can get started with AWS, straight from making an account on it up to programming the ESP32 board for sending and receiving data, and in the end, to making our own smart home project using AWS. Well, you never know, you may start your own IoT company after watching this video, because majority of IoT companies are using the AWS platform. And that being said, let's get started with this video. This video is sponsored by LTM, which is a PCB designer software company. LTM has all the tools that you need to design a professional PCB with high productivity. And well, it is widely used in big electronic companies like Texas Instruments, Siemens, Seagate, and many more for their PCB designs. It has advanced routing features, real-time cost estimations, and also you can design your own flexible PCBs using this software. So this is an all-in-one professional PCB designing software for all your needs. So go ahead and try your hands on with this software. A free trial version is waiting for you. Now click on the link mentioned in the description to get a free trial of LTM Designer software. So first, let's start with making an account on AWS, and for that you have to go to aws.amazon.com and now click on create an AWS account. Now fill up the basic details and click on continue. Now here, as I'll be using it for my project purpose, I'll select personal here, and after that I'll fill up all my personal details. That's it. After that, click on continue. Now here, you need to fill your card details. Now don't worry, they won't be charging you as of now because they are providing the free trial version for 12 months straight away, but still they'll be holding the 2 rupees for verifying your account. So go ahead and fill up your card details and click on continue. After that, we need to verify our mobile number here. And then here you can select the plan that you want to use. I'll select the free plan as of now. Now if you want to see what you are getting inside the free plan, then here are the details. So you'll get all this in the free trial version straight for 12 months. Now coming back to registration page, now here just click on complete sign up to complete the sign up process. Now here you can select your role and interest to personalize your experience. So that was all about the sign up process. Now just move ahead and start configuring the MQTT Cloud. So now to configure the MQTT part, first sign into your AWS account, and after that click on all services and go to the Internet of Things section, and here just click on IoT Core. After that, under the manage section, just click on things. So here we have to create a new thing. Now a thing can be considered as a project inside that MQTT Cloud or the cloud dashboard. Okay, so click on create things. Now create a single thing, and here give the thing a name. I'll name it as home_automation. Okay, after that I'll click on next button. I'll click on auto generate new certificate, click on next. And here we need to attach a policy. So for that, what I'll do, I'll create a new policy and let you know how to create a policy. Okay, so first of all, I'll click create a new policy, and here I will give the name to this policy. I'll name it as ESP32 policy because I'll be using it inside the ESP32 board. You can give it any name. Okay, now after that, here you have to provide some actions and resources. Now first of all, what a policy means, a policy basically means the rules, you can say. So here you have to define which topic you should be subscribed to, which topic are allowed to be publishing the data, stuff like that. So we need to provide the rules about publishing and subscribing the data. But in case if you haven't decided yet like which topic to be subscribed and published, what you can do, you can just put an asterisk here, okay, and here as well. So what this means that now this policy will allow to publish and subscribe to any of the topic under this, what you can say, a home automation thing that you have created. Okay, so there is no restriction of any subscribe topic or no restriction of any published topic. Okay, you can subscribe and publish to any of the topic. After that, just click on this allow button and click on create. Okay, so with this we have created this ESP32 policy. Now I'll go back to this particular page, and here I'll select the ESP32 policy and click on create thing. Okay, so we have successfully created. Now we need to download couple of certificates that are shown here. So first of all, I'll download this device certificate, and after that we need to download this private key as well. So we require these two things, and also the root CA certificate. So we'll require these three things to be entered inside the code. So you need to download them all, and after that just click on the done button. It says download key files. Okay, we need to download this as well. Let us download it and click on the done button. Okay, great. So we have created this home automation thing successfully. Okay, and with this we have successfully configured the MQTT part as well. Yeah, that's the settings, or that's the configuration that you do onto the AWS side, and you're good to go to send and receive data from AWS. Now let's just move ahead and have a look over the hardware and the coding part of the project. So for the hardware part, I'm using one of my previous project called as Internet and Manual Home Automation project, in which I have connected a couple of relays with the ESP32 board according to this connection diagram. Well, I even designed my own custom PCB for this project and gave its order directly to the LC PCB. Now even you can order your own custom designed PCBs from the LC PCB by just uploading the Gerber file of the PCB project, select the color masking if you want it, and just place your order. If you select the fastest delivery option, you may get the PCBs delivered at your doorstep within a week. So try ordering your own custom designed PCBs from JLC PCB to make your projects look neat and more professional. Now after getting the PCBs, we soldered all the components on it, and the final project looks like this. So yeah, that was all about the hardware part of the project. Now let's just jump on to the coding part. So now let's start with the coding part of the project. So here's the code I use for the AWS home automation. Now this is that generic MQTT based code, but with little bit more credentials as compared to Adafruit and UV. Okay. So first line says include secrets.h, and this is that header file in which it will be containing all those like Wi-Fi credentials and all those certificates for the security purpose. Let me go to that header file. So here's that header file. Now the first thing is here you need to provide the thing name. Now in my case, I have given the thing name as home_automation. You have to write the thing name according to your project. Okay, straight after that you need to write your SID name and password here, because this project do require internet connectivity for its working. Okay, after that you have to provide the endpoint here. Now to get the endpoint, you first have to go to your AWS account, and here you have to go inside the settings tab. So here is the endpoint of your AWS project. Just click here to copy that and just paste that here. Perfect. Now here you need to provide 3 different certificates which we have already downloaded while configuring the MQTT part of the project. Okay, so first is the root CA1 certificate. So what I'll do, I'll open the download folder, and I'll also open the text editor file, and I'll open all these certificates one by one here. Okay, so this is the root CA1 certificate. I'll simply copy this and I'll paste that here. Perfect. After that, we need to provide the device certificate which we have already downloaded. Okay, so yeah, here is that device certificate. I'll again copy this and paste this here. And the last is the device private key, which is also in this folder only. I'll open this file. I'll copy it and I'll paste them here. So yeah, so these are the changes that you need to do inside the secret.h header file to make it work on your side as well. Let us jump back to the main code and try to understand how things are working here. Okay, so here we have included all the necessary libraries, and here we have also included one library called as blink.h. Now don't get confused, here we are only using the AWS part. We are not at all using the Blink platform at all, but I have included this library just to use its timer function. Now what happened when I used the separate timer function inside this main code, it was getting rebooted all the time, and I was getting error by using all the 4 timers starting from 1 to 4. Okay, so this was the error which I was getting. So what I decided to use this Blink header file, and when I used this inbuilt Blink timer, it was not at all getting rebooted, and hence I used this particular header file. Now if you have any like better solution in which I can neglect this Blink header file and still use the timer, do let me know your suggestions in the comments of the video. Okay, so moving ahead, here are the relay pin numbers defined according to our hardware connection. After that, here we have defined one counter as 0, because what we are doing is we are not only controlling the appliances with the help of AWS, but we are also sending the data from our ESP32 board to the AWS cloud. So here we are sending the counter value. So initially the counter value is set to 0. Great. After that, here are the topics that we are subscribing and that we need to subscribe and publish. Okay, so we are publishing the data onto this topic called as ESP32/counter, and we are subscribed to these 4 topics starting from relay 1 up to relay 4. Okay, pretty simple. After that, let us start with the setup part of the project. So here's the setup part. So we are beginning the serial communication. We are making the relays as output, and here we are, initializing the timer with interval of 5000 milliseconds. That means 5 seconds. So what it will do, every 5 seconds it will be calling this my timer event function. Okay, so let's just go to my timer event function. Let's see what we are doing in there in that particular function. So here's the my timer event function, and here what we are doing, we are creating a JSON document in which we are sending a message called as hello from ESP32. Along with that, we are also sending the counter value as C, and that counter value will be incremented all the time. So what it will do, every 5 seconds it will be sending a message as well as the counter. So we'll be getting a new counter every 5 seconds onto our AWS MQTT dashboard. Okay, so that's the task performed by the timer here. Okay, and after that, here we have provided one function called as connect AWS, which is responsible to make the connection between our ESP32 board to directly to the AWS cloud. Let's go to that function as well. Here is that function. So first of all, we are connecting our ESP32 board to the Wi-Fi router. Okay, and after it gets successfully connected, we are sending the certificates that we have provided into the secret.h header file just to verify that we are the genuine user of the AWS cloud. Okay, straight after that, as soon as it gets connected to the AWS cloud, we are just subscribing to all the 4 relay topics by using the client.subscribe function. And not only that, we are also defining the callback function as message handler. Now, what is this callback function? So what happened whenever we are receiving any data from our AWS account, this message handler function will be called. And if I go inside this message handler function, you'll be able to see that we are first of all printing the data, like from which topic we are receiving the data, because we have subscribed to 4 different topics. So first of all, it will display the topic name from the data is received. After that, we are comparing each topic. Is it the topic relay 1, relay 2 up to relay 4? Okay, so in case we are getting the data from the relay 1, what we are doing is it will go inside this function. It will just check what is the data being received from the server, and according to the data received, we are just turning on and off the relay. If the data is 1, we'll be turning on the relay. If the data is 0, we'll be turning off the relay. Okay, and that's the task performed in all other 3 relays as well. Okay, so that's the message handler part. And inside the loop part, it is pretty simple. It is just a 2 line of code, timer.run, which will be running the timer in the background, as well as client.loop, which will running all the AWS related tasks in the background. Okay, so that was the code. So it will be subscribed to 4 topics for controlling 4 relays, and it will be sending the counter value to one of the topic straight onto the AWS cloud. Okay, so that was it about this code. I hope you got some basic idea about how this code is working. Okay, so now let's just try to upload this code and see if it works or not. So here I'll select the right board and port, which is already selected, and I'll straight away hit the upload button. Okay, so the code is successfully uploaded. I'll open the serial monitor here and I'll reset this board. And yeah, it says connecting to Wi-Fi. So right now it is okay, it already connected to Wi-Fi. It's trying to connect to AWS IoT Cloud, and it got connected to the cloud as well. And for the first time, it received some data as well, but let's just forget it. And here, as you can see, it says message published. That means it is already publishing the message onto this topic called as ESP32/counter. Okay, now let's jump onto the AWS dashboard and see if we are getting the data there or not. Okay, so for that, I will go to this particular test section where we'll be able to send and receive the data through this MQTT protocol. First, let us subscribe to the topic. So our topic name was ESP32/counter. I'll click on the subscribe button, and I should get the data here. Okay, so as you can see, we got the data as hello from ESP32, and the counter value is 8. And after 5 seconds, as you can see, we got a new counter value as 9. So we are able to get the data from the ESP32 board onto the AWS cloud. And now let us try to publish one data from the cloud to the ESP32 board. Okay, so let us change the topic to relay 1. Okay, I'll change this to status, and here I'll change the data to 1. Okay, let's just click on the publish button and let's just open the serial monitor. Okay, as you can see, it says incoming data from the ESP32 relay 1 topic, and the data is 1. If I send the data 0, it should show 0 here as well, and as you can see, it's showing 0. So we are able to send and receive the data between the ESP32 board and the AWS cloud. So our code is perfectly working. And now what I'll do, I'll straight away insert this ESP32 board onto the PCB project, and let's just see this project in action. Okay, so as you can see, I'm able to control all the 4 relays attached to the ESP32 board using this MQTT test client on my AWS dashboard. So yeah, our project of home automation using AWS is perfectly working. Now we are still trying to develop an app for that, but didn't get a ready-made app for this MQTT client specifically for AWS. So we are trying to develop our own application for this AWS MQTT client, and we'll soon be making that application. And as soon as we make that application, we'll try to make a new project of internet and manual controlled home automation using AWS. So do click that like button if you're really interested in that particular project. And yeah, that was it about this video. I hope you find it interesting. I hope you got to learn something new from it. And also let me know in the comments like what new or what different kind of IoT platforms which are still remaining to be covered on this channel you want us to make a video on. Do let me know that also in the comments of the video. And that being said, I'm just ending this video here and now. Just wait for my next video. Learn, share with me, techiesms.